Outside the island in Georgia, so he was able to go there before.
We have friends here too that were using this they were doing holiday paper book, but you should still use.
Yeah, you really can't.
Just use this.
Although,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You can bring this. Yeah. So we're gonna invite you up.
Been off long.
Been a long 6 years.
Yeah.
Where's Isaac?
He is
make it
in
back?
Georgia at the moment.
Okay.
He'll be home tomorrow. At least for Rosh Hashanah. He might be on the move again.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. How was your son?
Hi. Interesting. Yeah, we had
Call
to
you
busy
up.
summer,
There's
just the timing of
If you're preschool over this week,
this week, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days.
For the live stream.
Good.
went okay?
Yeah, pretty smooth, you know. Let's say second day was easier than the first day. First day, a few unexpected, but which is to be expected.
Yeah.
So first day is welcome.
My lovely granddaughter.
And then my parents are
Well, you know you've got your sunglasses on. That's
The camera's behind you.
That is true. We'll be the only ones who see.
I come very young.
We came here.
I'm glad to hear Isaac's coming
This one's yours.
Yeah.
Where did you take these from?
I don't know, I opened your dresser.
I think that one.
You guys were
Isn't that?
All right. Wait, so which one of us was right?
I was.
We had this whole debate.
Patrick was great. The last time I was right, I think, was 2016. So this was a good. Just kidding. We're almost ready. I just need to take. What? What do you want to do instead? Do you want to just do a traditional game until we pause? I don't have to go for
Let's start.
Be tight. Can you come here, please? Never mind. We got it. Well, my mic. Page 3. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam Shabbat Shalom. When the humidity and the heat lift, it's like we live in a completely different place and we can really fully enjoy our surroundings. That's something to be thankful for. Offer the words of the Sunset Prayer by poet Yankev Glatstein. I'm on page 5. And as I read, you're welcome to follow along, or you're welcome to look at our environment, our outdoor sanctuary, the sun setting, and let the words of this poem wash over you. I'll let you in on a secret about how one should pray the sunset prayer. It's a juicy bit of praying, like strolling on grass. Nobody's chasing you. Nobody hurries you. You walk toward your Creator with gifts in pure, empty hands. The words are golden. Their meaning is transparent. It's as though you're saying them for the first time. If you don't catch on that you should feel a little elevated, you're not praying the sunset prayer. The tune is sheer simplicity. You're just lending a hand to the sinking day. It's a heavy responsibility. You take a created day and you slip it into the archive of life, where all our lived out days are lying together. The day is departing with a quiet kiss. It lies open at your feet while you stand saying the blessings. You can't create anything yourself, but you can lead the day to its end and see clearly the smile of its going down. See how whole it all is, not diminished for a second. How you age with the days that keep dawning. How you bring your lived out day as a gift to eternity.
So as the sun sets tonight, we move into our last Shabbat of the Jewish year 5781 on this brink of our High Holy Days. And it's good to celebrate Shabbat together. We'll celebrate Liana, who will be called to Torah's Bat Mitzvah tomorrow. And if you're joining us at home through live stream, we're glad you are with us as well. If you are at home, we are in the special gold prayer book, Mishkan Halev, prayers for the month of Elul that lead us into the new year. And the link to that prayer book is in your weekly shofar email. So you will find special melodies and readings, and we'll continue on page 9 as we bring in Shabbat with words from the Psalms, Esa Einai, in this beautiful evening and natural sanctuary. I lift my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? Esa Einai el Harim, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri, Ezri Me'im Adonai, Oseh Shamayim Va'aretz.
That's the whole first part.
Esa Einai el Harim, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri, Ezri Me'im Adonai, Oseh Shamayim Va'aretz. Hine lo yanum v'lo yishan, Shomer Yisrael. Hine lo yanum v'lo yishan, Shomer Yisrael.
So the interesting thing is we saw Esa Einai, and we said it's a beautiful psalm, and this is a beautiful melody, and then we realized that the words in the book, just now we realized this, ended before we get to those words, asking for God to shelter Israel. We'll do it again, and for part B, you can just listen to that part.
Esa Einai el Harim, Me'ayin
Shamayim ve'aretz. One more time, that first part. Esaina el-harim, me'ayin yavo Ezri, Ve'im Adonai, Oseh Shamayim va'aretz. Going to kindle our Shabbat candles this Shabbat. We are also celebrating as Liana Lukasek becomes bat mitzvah. We're going to invite her mother, Rita Rabinovich, forward to kindle our Shabbat candles. You can find the text for the blessing on page 10.
These Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvato v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We'll continue on page 22 as we welcome in the Shabbat bride with Lecha Dodi. When we reach the last verse, if you're able, we'll rise and face the trees and bring in Shabbat.
Lecha Dodi likrat Allah Penei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Yishmianu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad Hashemu tiferet v'litila lecha Dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki nekor ha'beracha lerosh miketem ve'esucha sof ma'aseh v'machshava tchila lecha Dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Yitorei Tivaorei Umiori Shir Daveri
ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובסולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה לך אדוני, לקראת גאלה, בני שבת,
Page 24. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemir rabba, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyom echon, uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'bizman kariv, ve'imeru amen, Yehei shmei rabba mevorach, Le'olam olam ve'amaya yitbarach, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitrama v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen.
Ya Elai Elai, Ya Elai Elai Elai, Ya Elai 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 Elai, Ya Elai Elai. Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed. I invite you to join with me in the English on the bottom of page 29. Holy is twilight, the realm of in-between. And so our sages taught, pray in the moments when light and darkness touch. We are all twilight people, beyond categories and labels. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, widen our vision. Let it illumine our way to the God who transcends all boundaries and definitions. Blessed are you, God of all, who brings on the twilight. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMa'ariv Aravim. Page 30.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael. Torah u'mitzvot. אלוהינו ושוכנינו, ותורמנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ומצוותיך לעולם ועד.
We'll invite Liana to join us and lead us in the words of the Haftarah, reminding us to pass our tradition on to our children. We can chant together, page 34.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך ובביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Join together on the bottom of page 35. Love the strangers among you, love them as yourself. See yourself in their eyes, with your own hands bind up their wounds. Teach your children to unlock their hearts and share their wealth. Inscribe words of welcome at your gates and ports of entry, for you have been strangers in every corner of the world. Sing together our Song of the Sea, page 40.
La Kamoch L'Chaim Adonai, Mi Kamoch Ha'Negad B'Kodesh, Torah Tehillah Sefele, Torah Tehillah Sefele. Malechutecha ra'u banecha, Okei Hayam Nifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Adonai yimnor le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimnor le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov, u'galo chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, God Yisrael.
We continue on page 42, and the special prayer book prepares us for the images of God that we find in our High Holy Day liturgy. And you might notice in Hashkivenu that this prayer book has changed. Well, the original used the word Malkeinu, meaning our king. Our Reformed Shabbat prayer book changed that to Shomreinu, meaning our guardian, in a kind of a less hierarchical image of God. And as we transition into Rosh Hashanah, we know that we call God Avinu Malkeinu, our parent and our king. So we have different images of God, different metaphors of God that change depending on the season, depending on our liturgy. So you'll notice we're back to Malkeinu here.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, ve'anidenu Malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen.
Page 44. You can join with me. We lie down in darkness. This day with its burdens passes away. Raise us up to the light of a new day. Change us with the season. Give us rest and renewal. Make us eager for the dawn. We'll move into our Amidah, our standing prayer if you're able, and our central prayer that will begin together and then continue silently, either with the words on the page or the prayers from our hearts. And we'll begin, page 48, with these opening words.
our mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei HaKol V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem Le'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Le'Moshia Morid Hatal Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim Umatir Hasurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Lichamocha Ba'gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechayem Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emanata l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh ha'akol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el ha'kadosh. Blessed are you, the unending source of holiness. Continue silently through the prayer for peace, and feel free to be seated when you are ready. Page 70. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Atahu Melech Adon Echol HaShalom. Ki Atahu Melech Adon Echol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael
בכל עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים
Turn now to page 77 as we take this moment in our service to offer our prayer for healing, Mishaberach. We are especially praying for these members of our community this evening: Colin Monroe, Mary Lou Hole, Janet Watson, Paul Robillard, Elizabeth Hill, Kelso Silva, Enrico Mascaro, Deborah Booker, Dick Feivelman, Amy Seich, Robert Bloom, Annalie Stone, Benjamin Horowitz, Bradley Dichter, Matteo Goldman, Judy Cook, Fruma Batarab, Jacob Visonia, Dan Ruggiero, Toby Weiner, Dahlia Harrell, Esya Rushovskaya, Amy Fasberg Kurtz, Eileen Arnone, Charles Atkins, Marilyn Breyer, Jean Sands, Roseanne Cohen, Doug Cohen, Tom Fiorino, Michelle Heller, Barry Levine, Margaret G. If there are other names you'd like to add for our healing prayer, you may do so.
Joe Peace and Susie Citron.
Just going to take a moment this evening to share one of my favorite Jewish stories of this season. I have a feeling I've shared it before, but Judaism is all about the circles and repetition. So this is a Jewish folk story about a diamond. Many years ago, there was a king who had great wealth and power over a vast land. And he had a diamond that became world famous because not only was it flawless, it was as big as, if you can picture it, a grapefruit. Many leaders of the countries, kings and dignitaries from all around the world had heard about this diamond and would make the journey to the king's palace to see it. They would approach the throne, usually with an expert jeweler from their own country, and request to see this amazing diamond. The king would pull out a velvet purple box adorned with gold and silver stones and open it and pull out a cloth bag that protected this perfect diamond. And he handed it to the jeweler to be judged. Every time this happened, and it happened hundreds of times, the jeweler would be astonished and explain, "It is flawless, perfect, shiny, and new," and hand it back to the king. It was at this moment that brought the diamond's owner to the most exhilarating pinnacle of pride. On one such day, as a jeweler was passing the diamond around, he dropped it on the floor. And when he picked it up, he discovered a long, slightly curved scratch on one of the largest surfaces of the diamond. The king was devastated as he looked at his precious diamond. It was no longer perfect, but flawed and scratched. "It's ruined," he shouted, and he retreated to his palace in weeks of solitude and depression until he decided to emerge and embark on trying to find a jeweler gifted enough to restore his diamond back to perfection. He offered a great reward, and hundreds responded, but all said the same thing. It could not be fixed. It was destined to be flawed forever. And eventually the jewelers stopped coming. The king lost hope until one day, an old master craftswoman from a local community walked into his palace requesting to see the diamond. The king was not impressed at first by the sight of her, but he decided to hear her out. And the old craftswoman looked at every face of the diamond, especially the one with the scratch, and then she looked the king in the eye and said with a calm confidence, "I will not only restore this diamond to its prior state of beauty, I will make it even better." And the king was so taken back that he agreed to let her take the diamond with her. She was gone for a long time, many months. The king was anxious as he waited, and then one day, the old master craftswoman returned to the palace and went before the king. He handed the king the velvet purple box, and he opened it and pulled out the cloth bag and took the diamond from it. He looked at it with his magnifying glass and gasped. It was truly more beautiful than before. For the master craftswoman was gifted in her skill of working on precious stones. And this gift was being able to see possibilities no matter what the situation. You see, where others had seen only a flaw, a scratch on a once perfect diamond, the master craftswoman saw the beginning of a work of art. She used the scratch as the beginning of a masterpiece. It became the stem for a beautiful rose that she carved throughout that scratch. And indeed, the diamond, now with a rose, was more beautiful than ever before. So at this season, we turn.
There's a sermon anthem.
There's a sermon anthem.
Yeah, with the story, of course.
I don't know.
She's a rich girl. She don't try to hide it. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
Where's Gary Kaplan when you need him?
He's a poor boy, empty as a pocket. Empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Join me, sing ta-na-na, ta-na-na, yeah. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na, yeah. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
So this season is a time to turn toward ourselves. Perhaps we may notice some flaws from the past year, but it is the time to look at those flaws and not perfect them, but to look at ways to change them, perhaps carve them a little bit, change their direction so that we create some new possibilities for ourselves in the year ahead for our world. You can think of the same metaphor of that diamond as our world, tikkun olam, working to repair it. So Everything you need to know for the coming days is in your email on our temple website. Thank you to the amazing Amy Cook for putting together all of this information, links and sign-ups. I do believe the in-person sign-up is now closed. If you have a real change of mind, come talk to us. But you can see all of our services through the live stream as well. Those of us who are here, it's going to look a little different, spaced out a lot. When you signed up, that email you got is your ticket, so please bring it with you. And again, live stream will be available for all of our High Holy Day services beginning this Monday evening with Erev Rosh Hashanah. Next Shabbat, Shabbat Shuvah, our Shabbat, our Sabbath of return in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. If you read your email, you'll see we're going to try again for a bring your own picnic dinner if we can outside for Shabbat. But again, at this point we're taking it about a day at a time. So.
And 6 o'clock, the rest of
September, so we can be outdoors.
Yeah. Tomorrow we have Shabbat.
Yes, we do.
Our lay-led minyan is meeting online exclusively, right?
Zoom.
Only Zoom. So you can find the link in your shofar. So you can join at 9 a.m. At 10:30 a.m. you can get on the live stream too. As Liana is called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah, we're really excited for you, Liana, to join the adult Jewish community, not only here at Temple Beth David, but in the entire world. Right? You can have an aliyah anywhere after tomorrow, so that's good stuff. And Liana has a wonderful Torah teaching, so if you're able to join us on the live stream, I think you'll be inspired, especially as we go into the New Year season.
Mazel tov to your family members who are here. And also Mazel tov on the opening of Shalom Corner Early Learning Center. Lynn, who's here with us, 2 days of opening. So we've had young children in our building and their families, and looking forward to week 2 after Rosh Hashanah.
And you know what was great, Rabbi? There weren't too many tears, and the kids didn't cry either.
Only a few. All right, we're going to move into our concluding prayers for the Shabbat. Let's see, Aleinu L'Shabeach is on page 78. If you're able, we rise.
Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, L'Teikyu L'Yotzer Breshit, Shelo Asanu Kigoyei Ha'aratzot, Velo Samanu K'mishpachot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam Chelkenu Kahem, Vegoralenu Kechol Hamonam, V'anachnu Korim, U'mishachavim U'modim, Livnei Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol ha'aretz, V'yom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo echad. Our thoughts are with loved ones who are no longer with us, those who died in recent days and those whose anniversaries of death occur on this Shabbat in seasons past. We're in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning and remembrance for Bernard Tarr, father of Allison Popper, father-in-law of Jeff Popper, grandfather of Isaac and Brandon. And Dorothy Staples Egbert, mother of Cantor Louise Treitman, mother-in-law of Rick Treitman. It's the yahrzeit in this Shabbat of Fanny Arbor, Ruth Berliner, Morris Sheraton, Elias Cutler, Henry Davis, Harvey Fischler, Samuel Freed, Tim Haig, Fred Halberstadt, Reba Mincombe, Donald Robinson, Eva Rosenberg, Max Schramm, Paul Sherman, Martin Soman, Max Vond, Meredith Weiss Belding, Alan Goffberg, Morris Rimmelman, and Minnie Sadovsky. Invite you to share names of your loved ones out loud in your homes here at our synagogue. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and we turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 86. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'almad yivrach yirkei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayei chon v'yomei chon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, baralau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah m'varach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yibarach v'ishtabach v'pa'ar v'kromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemit kudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiram me'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. We say amen. We're going to turn back to page 8 where we find Psalm 27, the psalm that accompanies us through the month of Elul, asking that we dwell in the house of God. We will then hear the shofar blast, but we are not done because Liana is going to lead us in Kiddush and a Motzi too. So we'll conclude our service and then we'll get to our blessings. Okay, Liana, come on up. Let's get, yeah, simple picture. What? That one's easier. Do you want to use the stand? You can put that on the stand. You take this. There's a lot of logistics here. Go for it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat l'sham v'ahava u'ratzon hirianu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom tehi
L'chaim. And we appreciate everyone holding their imaginary Kiddush cups. You get to drink. Oh, we're round already?
Yeah. So I know it's in the bag, but you'll just make it and then share it with your family. We're still not quite sharing challah yet, but after Mose, if you'd like to watch Liana and her family eat it, it's the next best thing.
And I don't know if you've noticed in Westwood, the stores have gotten a jump on Rosh Hashanah and have already put the round challah out, so they want it to be ready for us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Shabbat Shalom, Shana Tova. We'll see you here or remotely on Monday evening. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, you're awesome. You're ready.